morning, afternoon, or evening, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of your Daily Dose. We are back on the Will of the Hokage, or I think it's Naruto Battles. Um, it's weird because the name on Facebook is different to what the Android name is, but we are playing on Will of Hokage. I can't actually even give you a direct link. I got this through some advertisements, so if you do manage to pull this up and you can find a link for it, just let me know or drop it in the comment section down below as well. But what I will say is, having played this for about 2 days now, approximately 2 days per server time, I should say, having spent, I'd say, I want to say like $1.40 on it. You do get Kakashi, which is quite interesting. You actually do get both of these ones. So 3 days, my bad. So 3 days we've been playing. This only feels like 2 days, but anyway. So you do actually get all of these for that first recharge. Um, eh, the value isn't terrible. You do actually have options to spend in-game currency when you do level up every 10 levels. It does give you an option to purchase some of the items, which is, again, kind of cool. You don't have to. You can just pass as well. I mean, it's all time-based, but for the monetary side of things, it really doesn't seem like you have to spend money in order to enjoy this game, which is fantastic. I do like that. It reminisces about AFK. I feel like a vibe in the AFK arena. Um, and again, like it's absolutely up to you if you want to spend. What I will do is probably do some summons and then see if we get a little bit lucky because you do actually hit the level cap pretty early on. And yeah, it is RNG based. What I will probably talk a little bit about too is some of the classes and things like this. What I thought was interesting is there's different versions of the characters. So there's like Kid Naruto, and then there is grown up or teenager Naruto, and then there's like the Hokage version of Naruto, or should I say Sage mode. Um, so they kind of, depending on an RNG, you can get like different tier classes. It is a very grindy game. Like I can see people grinding a lot to get these guys fully unlocked, and you do start out with Zabuzar's. There's the full pull, first pull, I should say, if I could speak English, and he's not too bad. He's not too bad in terms of his abilities and his carry abilities. He does a decent amount of damage to most targets in his radius, so you want him in slot 1 or slot 2, preferably slot 1. And then essentially he does have quite a high chance of dodging, and thus, again, why slot 1 isn't too bad. I will talk a little bit about the nature of them. So I wouldn't say it's a subclass. I feel like it's their main class. So you have ninjutsu users, which is the symbol of the two fingers. Then you have taijutsu, which is the fist. Then you have genjutsu, which is the eye. And they all counter one another, except for the yin and yang abilities. Then you kind of have the role, which is their defense is surprising. My guy is a defense hero. You have DPS, which is pretty self-explanatory. Then you have basically special arts users, which we'll talk about a little bit. And then you have the medic class, which I thought would be really, really powerful, but honestly, Sakura doesn't really do very much in terms of healing, which kind of sucks. But I would say medic is actually more like support. I feel like it crosses over to the specialist of support, which again isn't exactly terrible. But you'll notice that a lot of these heroes are literally just DPS. This one here though is technically not a DPS. She surprises me with her abilities. One thing I will say is she's definitely a long range fighter, and again, there are certain subclasses that it's like they go through all of the. I want to say, where is it? I really wish that the interface was a little bit easier to use, if that makes sense. Like, you can have a look at their statistic and stuff, but it would be much better if you could actually read what they did. So let's go into the archives. Let's have a look this way. So Kabuto, like I said, I did get this guy. I'm using him as the main avatar. Ninja type SPT. So they don't really explain that, but you want to take note. He's a long range fighter. So he's long range. This guy is, I believe, long range as well. Zetsu, very cool, very strong DPS. This is another long range fighter. These ones are the ones that you want to put in the back row if you decide to place. Whereas these ones are melee, so they want to be up close and personal. They need to engage the guys as quickly as possible. Again, melee, pretty obvious being my guy. And Kakashi is actually a melee fighter as well. But there are some fighters that are mid range. I believe this guy is mid range. Yep. So we have Kunkuro, Mr. Puppet Master. Assume I think is mid range. No, he's melee. Melee, yeah, of course, Naruto, right? But interestingly enough, a lot of these heroes are technically melee heroes. So you're gonna find that the slot ones and twos are going to be very competitive. However, I should note that you probably want a tank in slot one, mainly because this guy actually has the ability to essentially taunt the target. He does, I believe, a debuff on the target as well as making them essentially aim for him. So if you do have a pretty good artifact, you will get this pretty much by progressing in the game. Regardless, you will be able to unlock some additional defense bonuses. The longer this guy stays alive, the more damage he does. I believe he does have an inbuilt ability to heal himself. I do notice that he does heal himself occasionally. But another thing to mention too is if you get this princess ring, it will actually regenerate during the fight. So I do stick this on Kakashi in slot 2 so that he can maintain a DPS because he's melee, but also he seems to regenerate himself quite a lot. And I think it might scale because of his attack and his damage as well. All things considered, though, I am enjoying the game and the process. Unfortunately, it is RNG based, so you are kind of stuck with who you get, and you kind of have to you have to pray to RNGesus that something good comes out of it. This guy isn't too bad. Unfortunately, I don't have a lot of gear for him. He does offer some buffs, which is interesting. He does have healing as well, which I think is quite nice, which would explain where some things get healed as well. Again, it's really a support function, and I feel like yeah, I feel like they want to make it an intricate game, but at the same time, you can dumb it down. Anybody could dumb it down if they really tried to. However, the nature of the game was that we are going to play. Mind you, too, I would imagine that cycling through some of your friends, like early on, depending on your servers, is actually important too. Just because you don't want to get bogged down with people that really, I don't know, that aren't really staying up to track. If they're being, unfortunately, one day, they're going to fall behind really fast. And there's not really any point in having them there because most of them will just probably, yeah, most of them will probably just quit. So anyone that's sort of slacking after a day, not particularly worth it. Talking about that, the clans, interesting. There are some options for the clans, which I do like. The raid boss, which is cool. I feel like that's something that a lot of games have, so a lot of people are familiar with this. But this is very much reminiscent of AFK Arena. And you will get some cool rewards as well. I think we didn't do too bad this time. This is the first time we attacked them. We came seventh, so that's not too bad. I mean, some of the gear is quite nice. This is Gamabunta, of course, the summons for Naruto. And then you have to unlock this guy, which is a four-tail Naruto cloak or transformation. But I think that just in the grand scheme of things, it is a pretty fun game. Pretty intuitive. You can impeach these guys too, which is interesting because I'm like, I wonder I believe in this game they base it on power. So in this guild or clan, the most powerful basically rules, which is cool and all. In terms of the ascension, I will say this: you'll probably start to feed off a couple of your characters to try and get these guys ascended. I don't realistically think that it. I don't think you're going to be too much of a disadvantage if you decide to feed off them, as long as you're using them. So pick one that is versatile for your team. Sadly, though, for the elite ones or the, I guess I wouldn't want to use the word pay to win ones, but for some of the elite ones, they are kind of hard to get. I did get a selection chest to upgrade Zabazar, which is why I decided to use him. But besides that, pretty much the same as every other game. Acquire copies, create them into higher tier levels, then use those tier levels to either create purple ones, and then from the purple ones, basically they turn into legendary ones. Um, it'll be exciting, of course, when we can get to that. All right, enough chit chat. It was only going to be a short video, but I feel like we should probably do some summons. One thing I will notice, or I should probably mention, with the gear, unfortunately, a lot of the gear that I acquired isn't really that great because, well, again, it's roll type, so DPS, but because its faction is Taijutsu, I noticed that a lot of the gear gives me Taijutsu stuff, and I don't have a Taijutsu user. I don't have that. I have either Genjutsu or Ninjutsu, but not Taijutsu, so that kind of sucks. I feel like the game does that on purpose, unfortunately. One thing we can do though is we can summon these ones out. So we're actually at 66. So technically we should be able to get a elite pull in the next 4. Yep. So we get one here. We got you again, so we might be able to upgrade you. That's kind of cool. Like I said, you can get some duplicates and stuff like that. And then if we do a 10 bomb, I reckon we'll probably get another elite. Maybe we could get lucky and get 2. That would be kind of cool. Fingers crossed. I wouldn't mind running the full Akatsuki's team. That would be interesting. Oh, we did get 2. Yeah, we got 2. All right. Give me something that's super cool. Okay, we got you. All right, buddy. We already got you. Get out of here. Oh, we got this brother and sister. Interesting. Okay, well, if anything, I'll say that's interesting. I mean, I might not use them though, unfortunately. But I think everybody knows that the main goal is to get this so that you can get a chance of getting a SSR or SSR plus. So you're guaranteed one of the elite basically from that pool. Unfortunately, I don't think it's the selection, is it? Is it random? Random, yeah. It would be pretty cool if it actually wasn't a random one, I'm not gonna lie. Noble House. One of the cool things is that you have like a ninja gallery. We're only missing Gara. Interesting. They do give you some pretty snazzy rewards. But the other thing that I wanted to do was talk about this. So they kind of have like these randomly RNG increased sort of things. Diamond Wish left 50. I don't even know what that means. Draw 58 more to get a selected hero. So if you kind of, if you've been saving your diamonds up, so to speak, or some of your rare currency, this is probably where you want to go. Out of all of them, they're all pretty good. I mean, Deidara, this guy here is a version of Pain. This guy's a zombie guy, which is kind of cool. And then you've got Jiraiya. Um, I don't really tell you how much of the percentage it goes up. Asura Path. Okay. I mean, yeah, do you want to go with Pervy Sage? You can't really go wrong with that, right? The only reason I like this guy is because he's a defense type, so I can stick him in slot 2 and move Kakashi up the back. Um, but yeah, I feel like we should gamble on it a little bit. How many days left is this? I feel like we probably have how many days do we have? I think I get 1 day and 10 hours. Hmm. I mean, worst case scenario, we just get another elite, right? I assume we're gonna get an elite. I hope so. Give me at least one elite, please. Maybe 2 elites. That would be awesome. Oh, you're kidding me. No elite pools? Wow. We literally just wasted our gems. Well, that sucks. Is it even worth spending our gems anymore? Fine. We'll do one. We'll do a couple more. Why not? Maybe we get really lucky. Yes, we got lucky. Please be something good. Oh, we got the old sage, dude. Nice. The old Hokage. I wonder if we'll be able to use him though. Maybe we can. Maybe we can. Maybe we can. I don't think I'll be rocking him as my main protagonist. Yeah, I forget. Honestly, I just knew he was an old Hokage. I had no idea what his name was. I think he uses like a dimensional push or something. What does he use? He cuts things in half with it. Uh, anyway, I wasn't paying too much attention. So we can probably look at some of the ascension things here. So basically, you just need two of the same copy at that level. You can quick ascend or you can just ascend them. So what do they get? They do get like a slight increase, and I believe they unlock certain skills as well. Um, but yeah, I feel like they're just gonna be feed. They're just gonna be food later on, right? Right? I feel like they're just gonna be food. Let's throw you in there. Let's ascend you because you're probably usable, right? Own two elite plus ninja blade and flower. So there you go. Oh, you actually got. Oh, cool. Got some power. All right, nice, nice. Well, here's the decision. Do we go with Naruto and we just sacrifice these two, or do we go with you and we just sacrifice Naruto? Oh, I hope this triggers someone. Let's just do it. We can do quick ascend as well. That's another option. I don't think a lot of players probably say don't do quick ascension because you can probably like maximize it by not doing that if that makes sense. Like you can mix and match. Well, let's just go ahead and ascend these guys. Probably a terrible idea, but this one's gonna be legendary. And then of course we got the little cat. There we go. So we got the legendary version of you. So our first legendary. Honestly, she's not terrible to use. I don't mind her in terms of that because she does provide some interesting backup. Oh, okay, so quick ascension doesn't matter. So you do need to have the base copies. There is no way around it for mix maxing, so I might as well just do this then. Um, what do we need to do though? Let me have one quick look. All right, so I already got you. Uh, yeah, sure. Let's go with that. Because then I can make you. I love the pig. Alright, so let's ascend that. And then we'll get you to up there. I wish I had Kakashi. I'm not gonna lie. Um, but we'll be able to get this guy to legendary once we acquire that. Now, of course, people will probably get triggered and say, "Why would you do that to Naruto?" I'm like, "Yeah, but I don't. I'm not going to use Naruto. I'm not going to use Naruto. This guy here could be interesting. Oh, he's a yin and yang guy. Interesting. You're probably like, what do you mean? I'm like, well, he has this ability to pretty much fit within any team and give a bonus, which is actually not bad. Is actually not a bad trait. So if you do want to swap out any of your team, you can always reset the hero here. The only thing is, I don't know who I would reset. Hmm. They're all pretty good. They're all pretty versatile. I mean, they serve a purpose. Uh, yeah, I don't know. I like Mike Guy. He's a tank. He does do that. Kakashi, absolutely not. These out of these two, they both are pretty versatile. This guy's kind of lacking a little bit, only because I don't have the gear for him, which is very annoying. But at this stage, maybe I'll just wait. Maybe I'll just wait. If I do get hard capped, I mean, it only costs you a little bit of gems to reset, so it doesn't actually set you back in the long run. So you can mix and match. Of course, if you did want to go like a pure faction, you could just run all Jutsu members or Taijutsu or Genjutsu. Um, I probably, I don't know. I'll probably mess around with having her slotted in a little bit as well, which kind of means, I mean, the game is pretty flexible. Anyway, let's collect some of these tasks. Yes, more tasks, more annoying red dots. Maybe though, just maybe, we can win here. So why don't we take out you, and why don't we throw in you? Let's move you to the front. Actually, let's move you like this. Let's see if this is enough. Will legendary Sakura be enough to survive as a medic? Because technically she's a medic. No, she's still getting her ass kicked. Oh no, that's never good. Stay alive, Sakura. Stay alive. She's alive. Are you kidding me? Are we gonna win this? I haven't won this before, by the way. Like, this is hands down being very annoying. Wow. Best decision ever. Still got the MVP by him, but I wanna have a look at some of this stuff. She did alright. She did a decent amount of damage. She did a decent amount of damage. Okay. And of course, Takashi is still up there. I mean, it would be awesome to level him up. But that's actually the first time I've been able to pass that. So maybe it wasn't a terrible investment. Do the old lucky? Nope, no joy. Oh, actually, we got a faction scroll. Interesting. Do I want to use it on this one though? Yeah, why not? No joy. All of my goals trying to get to the level 100. Not that that's going to make any difference. One thing I will say though is this is pretty good. I mean, it's pretty easy to fulfill most of these tasks. As you can see, I've completed most of them already. So if you are thinking about spending a little bit of money, probably that would be the better option. Let's do a couple more fights. Let's do a little bit more fights, and we'll call it a day. Regret nothing. And she's healing herself up quite a bit. She's nice. I need to get some better gear for her, I think. Ah, now she's dead. I couldn't clear this stage either, so we might need to go back to the drawing board. Yeah, we have to go back to the drawing board. Okay. So like yeah, that's an example. There are definitely some harder stages too that require some grinding out. Um, let's do one more fight. Let's try to push one of these towers. This is a pain in the ass tower. This one heals herself so much. So let's see if we can finally overpower her. We're actually doing some decent damage. I'm not gonna lie. We're not in a terrible situation. We still have a minute. Normally I can't even get her down to half health. Yeah. Okay. I don't want to jinx it. Alright, we managed to fight. We managed to win. That's awesome. That is awesome. So we get some additional ones. I actually might even try pushing it. Maybe we can get a little bit lucky. The master of defense himself. Might guy versus might guy. I will I mean, you can slow it down. You can go simplified or you can go full, which means they do like their full animation, which is kind of cool. If you do like to watch the animations and stuff like that, which I feel like they didn't do too bad. They're kind of on point. Although they seem to be very generic, I'm not gonna lie. Some of them look very much similar. Um, but yeah. Oh no, he's healing up. He's healing up. This is not good, Mr. Tanky Tank. I knew he had a healing ability. There we go. We did actually kill him. Wow. Getting stronger. MVP Sakura. Look at the damage. I regret nothing. I regret nothing. It was definitely worth investing in it. In saying that, I mean, Naruto could have probably yielded the same thing, but I want to test out a medic. Because I don't get, like I said, you don't really get many medics. Still, can we defeat Sasuke? This will be the test, and then we can call it a day. I will be interested to see what the world bosses are like too. Oh yeah, dude. Oh, we're absolutely destroying it. I reckon we could push this pretty far. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. We could actually push this pretty far. How many fight? Let's just keep going. Let's just keep going. This is a healer though, so we'll see. I would never have picked Tanada as a healer, but apparently she has healing abilities. But not good enough. Don't jinx it. Don't jinx it. Come on, come on, come on. Don't die, Sakura. Oh no. I don't think we got enough oomph. Not quite happening. Back to the drawing board. Didn't even really get close. I can't say that that was close. She did do a lot of damage though. So there is that. There is that. All right, I think we'll eat it. We'll leave it at that. But let us know if you'd like to see some similar gameplay videos. It'd be cool to see some of these events that pop up as well, and then we can explore that. But thanks so much for watching. Make sure you hit us subscribe, notification buttons. Of course, if you're already coming across from Dynasty Origins Pioneer, you can already check out my previous video that covers the Celebrate Festival. But yes, thus far, I'm enjoying myself. Well, until next time.